Hello, everyone, and happy Earth Month. My name is Alicia Jenish McCarran. I'm a culinary director for the Good Eating Company here at the LinkedIn campus in San Francisco. And I'm going to be sharing a recipe, a entirely plant-based recipe for a Japanese sweet potato kofta. Now, kofta is usually made with lamb or beef, and many countries have their own version. It's grilled, it's fried, it's baked, and it's a really fun recipe, and I wanted to teach everyone how to do it entirely plant-based. So I'm using these Japanese sweet potatoes, ubes. They're really ugly on the outside, but when they cook, they turn this gorgeous, gorgeous purple, and they have a really sweet, like subtle sweetness and a really dense texture, which helps mimic a meat kofta. So we're going to either peel and boil or bake the sweet potatoes. And I ended up baking mine. I think I like the flavor. And then you just want to peel it once you baked. Pretend it's hot. Ow, ow. And if you bake it 350 for like 25 minutes, and if you boil or steam it 20 minutes in salted water or in a steamer. So you want to take the skin off. And I like doing this. I don't like buying the fake meats. I like making my own. And this is a really good base. Mushrooms are a great base. Oats are a great base for a meat substitute. So there it is. Really pretty, nice and purple. And now I'm going to get my gloves on. I know it's not very environmental, but I can't wash my hands during a demo. So gloves are on. And what we're going to use as our binder is flaxseed and chickpea flour. These are wonderful vegan binders. I love them. They're really easy to find. It's easy to find chickpea flour, and it's really easy to find flaxseed. And then you can just put it in a spice mill and make your own flaxseed meal. And it's a great binder. If I make a mushroom burger, I throw a little bit of both in, and you don't have to add egg. You don't have to add anything meat-based, and it really makes a really nice either a kofta or a burger, any shape you want. So I'm going to mish up my sweet potatoes. Nice way to get some aggression out. And you can just see this color is awesome. It looks unreal, but it is. It is very real. So once I get it mushed up, you kind of want to get the big chunks. It doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. You don't really want to overwork the potato because it is starchy and it will get gummy. I'm going to take some nice kosher salt, season it. I'm going to season it with a little chili powder, lots of cumin, big flavor in kofta. And then my binders go in, flaxseed meal, my chickpea flour. And I'm actually going to add some whole flaxseed. I like the texture, honestly. I think it adds a little bit of nuance into the kofta. You can also add sunflower seeds, chia seed, a nut, really get crazy. And then you're just going to go to town on it, mixing. This is a good project for little kids to get their little hands and get involved in the kitchen. And as you can see, it's already coming together really quickly. Those natural binders are awesome. And it's so easy. It didn't take me any time. So you don't need to buy those pre-made fake meats. And I like this recipe. I like to feature a lot of plant-based cooking because it's good for the environment. It's a really good thing to talk about during Earth Month. Because when you don't eat meat, you're lowering your carbon footprint. You're not using as much water. And it's just better for the environment overall. Okay, so we have our mixture. And then you can shape it whatever size you want. Kofta are usually kind of an oblong. You can make a nice perfect meatball shape. This is even fun to do like a whole burger shape. Say I'm going to do a kofta burger. That would be a lot of fun. And it holds together perfectly well. So once you pick your shapes, you're going to want to put them on a greased baking sheet. And we'll pretend we'll do that, and then we'll start our sauce. So kofta are traditionally served with like hummus, chopped onion, chopped tomato, grilled pita. But I'm going to spice this up with a little curry sauce because I think it really complements the sweetness, and it just looks vibrant with the purple kofta. So I have a little oil. I'm going to start with some onion, some carrot, and some bell peppers. And I think the trick with successful plant-based cooking is making it really colorful and vibrant and super, super tasty. And that's what we like to focus on here at LinkedIn. We do a lot, half of our menu is plant-based, and we just really kill it and making sure the flavors are great, vibrant. A lot of times people just don't notice that there's no meat in anything. All right, so we're gonna saute our peppers and our onions. Gonna add some fresh ginger. I love fresh ginger. And some fresh garlic. Delicious. And continue to fry. And then we're going to add some jalapeno for some heat. Of course, if you're cooking for kids and they don't like heat, you can leave it out. I'm using a red jalapeno of Fresno chili that tends to be not as spicy as a traditional jalapeno. Now we're cooking. And now I'm going to add my dry spices. And I like to do it at this point because we can fry the spices and get some of those oils out of the spice and make the sauce really flavorful. So I'm going to use a little curry powder. I'm going to use some fresh or some dried turmeric. You can use fresh turmeric. It looks a lot like ginger. You can usually find it at specialty stores. Cumin again, because I love cumin. Little cayenne, because I like it spicy. And some nice sweet chili powder. All right. Now this is smelling amazing. Okay. Now we're just going to add full fat coconut milk. Really delicious. And this is a pretty quick sauce. I mean, it can obviously be made up at a time, but it's something that doesn't need to cook for hours and hours. Once you get those spices nice and fried and fragrant, like the smell, if you had smell-o-vision, it smells incredible. And you have a nice, really pretty yellow hue from the turmeric and the curry. And that's going to really look nice with our bright purple koftas. Now, if you can't find Japanese sweet potato, you can use a yam. That would be my second choice. There's a nice garnet yam that would be a really pretty orange. You could also use a sweet potato, equally as delicious, just not as pretty. So those are my top choices. You could definitely find this, I think, at like a Whole Foods type store or an Asian supermarket like a Ranch 99. Those are pretty popular. And they're just delicious. I like using them a lot in desserts. They have a wonderful texture and flavor. All right, so as our sauce simmers away, we'll get from our oven Kofta. So I baked these at about 350 for about 20, 22 minutes. So you want them to firm up. You're not, cooking them any further, but it gives them a nice little crust on the outside. And it kind of changes the purple to like this neon violet, which is really fun. I think this would be a great food for kids because they freak out that food doesn't usually look like this. And I did a couple of examples of shapes. So this is more of a traditional kofta shape, a little like falafel type shape, and then a patty. So great appetizer, great sandwich, whatever you want to do with it. So as our sauce is ready, I'm going to grab a plate so you can see how pretty this is and how easy it is to cook plant-based. Like, I think it's very intimidating to a lot of people, but if you focus on flavor and really simple dishes, like this is a great simple meal. It's a little salad. It's a great dinner. You can make it an appetizer and impress all your friends. Tell them how much water and gas you saved, and you're keeping the planet nice and beautiful for those to come after us. And here are pretty purple kofta on our very gorgeous yellow curry sauce. Dun-dun-dun! So I hope this inspires you to try some plant-based cooking if you don't do any right now. And I hope you enjoy this recipe. And happy Earth Month, everyone.